2016 NBA Finals will get a major asterisk next to its name, and that asterisk belongs to Draymond Green, who is suspended for Game 5 of the Finals. Game 5 is tonight. We're shooting this on Monday morning, and it sucks for a lot of reasons. Whether you like Draymond Green or not, I'm going to exactly tell you why this is not cool. For one, Draymond Green wasn't suspended when he was supposed to be for obviously kicking Steven Adams in the goddamn balls. And while Steven Adams has to have an ice pack on his nuts watching the finals at home, that would have caused possibly another major swing in the Thunder's direction. But we're not going to harp on that side of it. The NBA's decided to suspend Draymond Green for the wrong flagrant foul instead of the right flagrant foul. And part of the reason that this really boils over, at least in my opinion, is, for one, call flagrant fouls on the floor, because when you wait for them to be reviewed and watched and looked over, of course you're going to find something you don't like. The more you watch the tape, the more you see it at 4,000 frames per second. I think Pete, our production guy's going, that's not a thing. The more you watch it in super HD 4K Carl's Cam, brought to you by the baseball, whatever the fuck's behind our set, the more it's going to look like something went wrong. So what happened? God damn it, Draymond was suspended because LeBron stepped over him, and he made a flail, to it. And he also kind of hit him in the nuts, right? He kind of hit him in the dick.
I think his hand's just a magnet. His body's a magnet to the man's nuts.
Yeah. He should be on Game of Thrones. There's a lot of nuts there.
It's unbelievable. But, Jason, I think that you're absolutely spot on, and here's why. Because whether what happens now in Game 5, and I'm a little upset because I told you guys from the very start I had the Warriors in 5. And now it's up for grabs. You're fucking with my predictions. It's if now this result goes and we get an even more enjoyable series in terms of the length of it, I would like to see another game.
Of course.
It's not going to be accurate. It's now going to be an adjusted game. It's now going to be in a way that it's a handicap on the Golden State Warriors now, because Draymond Green has been, I thought, played very well, specifically in the last game in Cleveland. I thought he actually handled himself decent in comparison to the way he's handled himself in the past. LeBron James, for me, looked to be more of the instigator in this, and I'm usually a LeBron James sympathizer. I think that he gets a lot of stick no matter what, because you mentioned it, Jason. All those cameras that you're talking about in post, they're all focused on LeBron James during the game. Look at LeBron's eyebrows shifting when another player scuffed by him. Yeah, he's a bitch.
They grabbed LeBron's dick in the finals last year.
Yeah. So, and I don't think LeBron handled himself very well. I think he got caught up in the heat of the moment. He wasn't taking the loss very well. I think the Golden State Warriors nullified a lot of the Cavs' approach to that game and performed like champions. That's what I stated out. They looked like a champion team because they were able to come up against adversity without even their best shooters playing phenomenally well. And now I think I'm frustrated because Draymond Green, there's been numerous occasions that you could have suspended the guy. Right. And you've picked one that just seems to be lackluster. It seems to be now that the officials are like this. Our bad, like, we missed a bunch of these, so let's just get the other one. We'll pick one that kind of looks like a foul, and we'll give him punishment because he's been doing this too often.
Right. Our EP to set up the NBA conspiracy question mark. No, it's because they reviewed the tape. And it's also, the other thing people have to understand with this one, he's not suspended for Game 5 because of the one-off incident with LeBron James. He's suspended from the flagrant fouls point system where he racked up 4 points. Yeah. So if you really, like, NBA conspiracy, no, they gave him a flagrant foul in the first round against the Rockets when he threw what's his name on the ground. He also got more points for knocking people in the nuts. So I don't think there's any conspiracy here. Now, Reggie, well, okay, let's get to Klay Thompson first. Check out the video because Klay Thompson called LeBron a bitch. Steph Curry kind of backed that up. There was some words thrown at the press conferences.
I mean, guys talk trash in this league all the time. You know, I'm just kind of shocked some guys take it so personal. It's like, I mean, you know, it's a man's league, and I've heard a lot of bad things on that court, but at the end of the day, it stays on the court. We're all competitive people. You know, I mean, trash talk is it's a part of the game in basketball. I feel like it's part of any sport, especially this competitive. I don't know how the man feels, but obviously people have feelings, and people's feelings get hurt, even if they're called a bad word. I guess his feelings just got hurt. I mean, we've all been called plenty of bad words on the basketball court before. You know, some guys just react to it differently. All I can say for myself individually, I just try to ignore it or just let it fuel the fire. But I don't carry it with me when the job is done.
So, like LeBron, don't like LeBron, call him a bitch, you think he's not a bitch, whatever it is. I'm a LeBron apologist. I think LeBron's a tremendous talent. I think his finals record doesn't accurately describe how the team he's ever had around him, 2-5. My God, Elgin Baylor never won a finals, yet we hold him higher than LeBron. Get the fuck out. All right, so.
So I was curious. I watched your recap, very good and thorough recap on the game. I was a little frustrated I wasn't there because I liked the game and I was going to pop my head through your window.
You don't live that far?
We live kind of close to each
kinda
other.
came?
And a nice hat, by the way.
Dude, my hair looked like crap.
You missed your backpack.
I should have had a backpack. Next weekend, I'm going to have a backpack.
But I was curious, like, I'm a huge fan of LeBron James. I thought in the final quarter that he was stripped far too often by Iguodala. I think Iguodala did very well in terms of trying to frustrate LeBron James. Was he reminiscent of the old LeBron James where people would say he wasn't clutch and wasn't willing to take the shot in the final few minutes of that game? Because it seemed like, I don't know, I was never confident. Usually I turn away. It's almost like when Steph shoots a three, I just look and it's, all right, it's going in. Or when LeBron James drives to the hoop, I'm like, all right, he's either getting an and one or a foul or he's driving it.
Right.
I felt like Iguodala had a mental advantage over him at that point, along with Draymond helping adjust with that. I would say, disappointed by LeBron.
The difference between games 3 and 4 are tremendous in the way that LeBron's jump shot fell in game 3. And when LeBron's jump shot falls, he becomes the greatest player we've ever seen. But that's his major weakness, is that he doesn't have a great jump shot. His range is 19.5 feet, which is literally the most inefficient shot in the NBA. No coach says, they either say take a foot and a half back so you get a 3, or take a foot and a half forward so you get like a 16-foot jumper, the actual mid-range. 19.5, not where you want to be taking it. The Warriors forced LeBron into taking 5 3-pointers. That's something he never wants to be doing. They also they dared him to shoot from there. And while that worked in game 3, it didn't work in game 4. And that was a great game all the way through. It was a close game. And I actually thought after the first and second quarter that the Cavs were going to come away with another home win. It was going to be 2-2. But let's go back to the Draymond thing real quick. Because Draymond Green is in a way, I talk about this with my friends all the time, a multiplier to the Warriors. If Draymond Green plays well, the Warriors play well.
Yeah.
If Draymond Green plays bad, the Warriors play bad. And it's not to say that he's more valuable than Stephen Curry on the team, or maybe he's the best player on the team. He just has this resounding impact on how they move their offense and their defense. Draymond Green as the center, when he plays that small ball lineup, the lineup of death they call it, right? I think they're plus 50 in the 50 minutes that he's played so far as center. With him playing any other position in the lineup, they have a negative plus-minus.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. He can't even be in the building. In the building when they win, if they win the NBA championship on their own home court. And that's just wrong.
Yeah.
An entire season, an entire playoffs, an entire finals, to which you were a major impact. Even if it was freaking Sean Livingston, it wouldn't be fair. It could have been Andrew Bogut who looks bad. Wouldn't be fair.
Sean Livingston, the most underappreciated crutch of that Golden State Warriors team.
Here's the major other problem.
Good.
Who's the NBA Finals MVP? We're going to have to do a clip on that one because there's never been a problem. I've never seen that. I don't know who the hell you give it to. You can't give it to Steph. You can't give it to Clay. You can't give it to LeBron. You can't give it to Kyrie. If the Warriors win, you actually have to give it to Andre Iguodala or Sean Livingston. You have to. There is no other way around that because you gave Draymond Green the flagrant foul and got suspended, so no voter is going to vote for him now.
He's a mid-range, long-limbed. I just love watching him. I love when he finds his range. Sean Livingston in the mid-range. It's like it's so lanky. Either way,
we got to go. All right.
Here's in the
comment below if you like Draymond or you don't like Draymond. Obviously, the suspension sucks, and you got to say that it's not necessarily the right way to go about it. Call flagrant fouls on the floor. Don't let them go to the NBA in the next day. Comment below, like, favorite, subscribe. We'll see you next time.